Hello everybody, welcome to Huckle's Musings. Today I'm going to discuss support structures of Islam, the main one being Twitter. Right, what I'm going to do to start with is just go over the shareholdings from Saudi Arabia, the amount of money that is actually invested into Twitter, and really what that means for that particular social media site, and what happens in regards to obviously how the influence that this money has over you. So, what I've got here is an article from Fortune magazine. So, Saudi billionaire Prince Alawi doubles his stake in Twitter. This was written back in 2015. So, I don't know whether these figures are exactly correct still, but I'm sure if anything, they've probably increased. So, the oil billionaire owns a lot of fucking shares in the company. Combined total over 5% of the social media site's stock and market value. Essentially owns up to billion, up to $1 billion worth of stock. His company originally invested 300 million in Twitter back in 2011 before it went public in 13. Now I just want to sort of explain something. This individual is the prince of one of the most repressive Islamic states on earth. They cut people's hands off for thievery. Women aren't allowed to drive. Women are beaten if they are dressed any other way other than in a fucking bin bag. This is one of the most oppressive states on earth. And these are the people that you're allowing, that we're allowing in the West to take over our voice on the internet. These are the people that set the rules. This is why we have a Twitter Safety Council now, to silence any discourse that surrounds anything other than obviously the current narrative that Islam is just a religion of peace. Let's just go a little bit further. Now, I'm not going. We can all see the influence that this fucker has over social media, over social media, over Twitter. We all know that Angela Merkel and Mark Zuckerberg have obviously met on Facebook to discuss things and obviously try and silence things. And we know that Twitter does the same thing as well. We've seen people like Isaac Cohen removed from Twitter for posting videos that ISIS were posting. And we've seen ISIS fighters left on Twitter for months on end, with no recourse, no problems, no issues whatsoever. But small channels like myself, who quite openly and honestly speak about the situation, are removed with impunity by the Twitter Trust and Safety Council, because we've got to have a safe space. Can't be fucking talking about stuff that's going to upset people now, can we, ladies and gentlemen? It's fucking pathetic. It really is. Like, I've never known a time like it in all my life. It's really sad. We've given up so many of our rights to coddle to Muslims. I saw this article yesterday evening, and I think it's quite relevant because this vacuous harpy is supporting them. So the Saudis fund 20% of Clinton's presidential campaign, says a top prince. To say that these people don't have influence over our countries is just ludicrous. Now, my country is. I'm from the UK, as you obviously can hear. We sell arms to Saudi. They are one of the only countries on earth to use the Challenger 2 main battle tank. This is a fucking piece of equipment that. It's one of the best main battle tanks on earth. The only things that really stand up close to it are the German tank, which I can't for the life of me remember the name of now, but I'll get that and add it into the annotations, and obviously the M2 Abrams tank that the Americans use. There really isn't a great deal of there really isn't a country on earth that can stand to the Challenger 2. And we've handed it to an Islamist nation. We have handed one of the most advanced pieces of warfare equipment to the Saudis. It's absolutely insane. I cannot fathom how we can do this. Like, we are literally selling ourselves down the river to these people for what? For money. Look at her. Look at her fucking face. She's selling us down the river, guys. There is nothing left on this earth to actually sell. They've sold your freedom of speech, they've sold your rights, they sell the weapons that your countries produce. What what more is to happen? Where do we go from this? When do we stand up and say, okay, we've had enough? Because personally, I've fucking had enough. I've had enough of being silenced by this fucking prick. This tea towel wearing, absolute dog shit, fucking human rights abusing, sat on the fucking Council of Human Rights at the UN, disgusting country, dictating what happens in the West. And that's what they do. They've got us by the balls, ladies and gentlemen. They've got us firmly by the fucking testicles. They hold on to us, they stop us from speaking, they stop us from going any further. They stop progression. This is these people are the death of fucking classical liberalism. This is the death of the West happening slowly and surely in front of you. We're watching the influx of people from a culture that doesn't match our own, as well as Saudi oil money being flooded into our country to actually go ahead and fucking and silence anyone that discusses this and says that there's a problem. We're being invaded, ladies and gentlemen. We're being invaded by radical Islam, but not just radical Islam. Let's be honest with you. As I said before, it's not radical Islam. We're being invaded by Islam. Something very, very perverse is happening, and it's not going to stop until we decide to fucking take our worlds back. I'm going to sign off with take. I'm going to sign off now. I really hope you all do take care. I just want to say in conclusion that we really need to stand up against this. We really need to say that this is a problem. We really need to hold each other's hand and support each other from top to bottom. There is no other way for us to get anywhere with this. There's no other way to stop the the invasion of Islam into the West. We will be Islamized in 15 years' time if we continue behaving like this. Your daughters will not be Christian, they will not be English, they will not be secular, they will be Muslim by force. I don't want to see this happen to you, and I don't want to see it happen to me. Take back control of everything. Fight these people at every fucking corner. Take care and good luck.